The top 5 reasons your manifestation fails. Now, I do want to say specifically that the only true failure is giving up. Possibly you could consider failure as well never starting. But giving up is the only true failure. So as long as you keep going, you haven't failed. You're just learning, right? It's just a learning curve, a learning lesson. But let's get into it. Number 5 is vibration. You must be a vibrational match to what it is that you desire. Number 4 is focus. You must have laser focus on what it is that you desire. So you're not wavering. One day it's here, the next day, well, I could settle, or laser focus. This is it. This is what I want. Tunnel vision. Number 3, knowing what it is that you want. I know, it's shocking. Like, a lot of people are like, of course I know what I want. Like, yeah, of course I do. However, I will say that a lot of people don't. They know what they don't want. They know what society thinks that they want. They know what everybody else thinks is best for them. But they don't necessarily have this burning desire for something that they want. So it must literally be a burning desire for something that you want. Number 2, faith and belief. So in essence, you have to remove the old belief system, and you have to have faith and belief that you already are what it is that you desire. You already have it. Not that it's even on its way. You have faith and belief that it's here now. Number one, the number one reason that most manifestations fail is your subconscious programming. And this is a tricky one because it's subconscious. So the majority of people are not even conscious of it. Now, you could make lists and be like, okay, do you ever, were you ever taught that money doesn't grow on trees, or that you have to work really hard to earn it? And that's part of what's in your paradigm, in your subconscious. In order to have lasting results, meaning that you are continuously manifesting on purpose, you need to shift your subconscious programming. You need to reprogram, overwrite the old system, shift your paradigm. And so a lot of people might have a little luck with manifesting, but inevitably, so here's what it is you desire. Here you are. You're not worried about how you're getting here. You just need to be on this level, right here, right now. And then you get what you desire, and it's match. Yay! But you never did the internal shift. The subconscious programming is still the same as it was. So slowly, you go back to your default. And this is out of reach. That is the number one reason why A, you never get your manifestation, or B, you can manifest some things, but inevitably it you end up going back. It's like a cycle, like one step forward, 2 steps back kind of energy. I also am going to end up answering a bonus question. What if your person and or people are not on board with what it is that you desire, what it is that you're wanting to manifest? And the short answer is, when you have a burning desire, there is something that you are going to have to give up. Now, it can range. But inevitably, there is a trade-off. So the number one thing that you will always trade off is the old you. This old, outdated version of you that's down here in this energy. Because what you want is not on that same frequency. So in order for you to rise up to that frequency, you are getting rid of the old you. The old energy. That's 100% every time. There is an exchange. However, what a lot of people don't understand or struggle with is that you've created everything you have down here, from friends, relationships, business, like all of it, from this energy. That's how you created it. You were in alignment with it. They're all with you down here. So if you're trying to get to something up here, you're inevitably going to lose people, places, and situations. That's that no longer serve you, meaning that they're no longer an energetic resonance with you. They're no longer serving you because you're no longer serving them. You've shifted. Sometimes people will shift to be with you, and sometimes they won't. The question is, do you know what it is that you desire? And are you willing to do what it takes to have it, regardless of what that is? And that's the big trade-off. It could be people, it could be places, and it could be situations. So that is why there must be a burning desire. Because nothing can sway you. If you truly, truly desire it, it means it's in alignment with your higher self. And if it's in alignment with your higher self, there should be no question that you are willing to take the steps. I will also say that you're not always going to, it would be lovely if everybody were 100% energetically in alignment with what it is that you desire. But this is you, spirit, having a human experience, and not necessarily is everybody meant to follow you on your experience, on your path. So I would say the steps that I would take would be not to share what it is that I desire with others, to just manifest it silently. Not only does that allow you to not have to combat people who come at you with, that'll never happen, have you lost your mind, question you, or try to talk some sense into you. You get to avoid all that. Now, there's some people who, like myself, who I've started to bring that on because I want to build a stronger core within myself to where I'm more energetically and emotionally sovereign, where that can come at me and it's not going to affect me. And again, it's like a muscle. You have to exercise it. And in order to exercise it, if you're not sharing with other people, you're not going to be put into the position of people questioning you or what have you. Just like with my meditation, sometimes I will purposely sit to meditate when there's a TV going or noise going, because I'm trying to, in essence, not trying, but I'm meditating, allowing for surroundings to happen and being able to meditate anywhere where I don't need it absolutely quiet. And it's a muscle. It's just building a muscle. So definitely the only true failure is giving up. So you haven't actually failed. If anything, it's needing to take a breather, regroup, see what might be the issue. Again, these are the top 5. There are many others. This is just like the top ones that I come across on a consistent basis. regroup, and start again. I will say, when it comes to subconscious programming, in fact, I just put a video out on this. I created the 13 steps to transformation. It is definitely a way to shift your paradigm. It allows you to become aware of your subconscious paradigm slowly, gently. It is akin to a gentle spiritual awakening. I do have pre-recorded videos of each step. It is a 13-week program, and the pre-recorded videos are in my gratitude group here on YouTube and or my spiritual ONLYFANS. You can find the links in the description box. Those are ways that you can move through the steps on your own. However, I do one-on-one coaching. So if, let's say, you're on step 4 and you're like, okay, I need somebody to talk to or some assistance, you can always book a one-on-one with me. However, I did just roll out I felt divinely guided to roll out my step process with one-on-one coaching, where from the very beginning to the very end, 13 weeks straight, I would meet with you for 1 hour to go through not only the step, but walk you through, answer questions, really making you feel as if you truly have somebody holding your hand through it. Not the, okay, am I doing this right? Why is this happening? What's going on? This is happening during meditation. Like, whatever it is, you've got somebody. You've got me, not just somebody, me. So, and I am definitely somebody who not only has been through it, I created it because it took me years to move through it, because I went at it alone. Although I did have somebody that I could contact on occasion, it was nothing like what I am offering here. The opportunity is to truly have somebody hold your hand for 13 weeks, 1 hour each week. So again, if that's something that interests you, information is in the description box. At this point, I am going to go ahead and head into the gratitude group and the spiritual ONLYFANS and take a deeper dive into these 5 reasons, if you will. If this is where I leave you, I trust you got what it is that you were meant to receive. For all of those joining me, let us get into it now. So the vibration is interesting because number 5, vibration, vibrational match. What it means is you need to embody, literally embody what it is that you desire. And a lot of people don't understand when somebody says you have to be a vibrational match. Well, how do you know the vibration of that? And they'll think it means that you think about it and it's exciting and so it feels whatever. No, you need to walk, talk, breathe, act as if, feel as if, and know that you are what it is you desire. If it's wealth, health, doesn't matter what it is. You have to be it now, regardless of what your outer world is showing you, because most likely it's not showing you that. But you need to think as that person, walk as that person, eat as that person, act as that person, embody it already, now, whatever it is. Number 4, focus. So focus and vision is almost the same. To have the laser focus means that it's a few things. A, you're not swayed. It kind of goes hand in hand with the bonus question. So if I said, okay, I would love to, make $100,000 a year. Let's just put a number out there. And it's not this can happen a few ways, but let's say it's not happening. And or somebody's like, oh, you're never going to make that, like maybe 50,000. And all of a sudden you allow that to penetrate in there and you're like, well, okay, 50,000. Like that's still good. I'm still going to go for 50,000. That's not laser focus. Laser focus is, this is it. This is the number. I'm vibrationally embodying it, and I am laser focused on that desire. Not how I'm going to get there. We don't care how it's going to happen. That is not our job, which is beautiful. We don't have to try to figure out how to make it happen. We don't even care how it happens. We're just visualizing and focused on, without swaying any way. This is it. This is what I desire. I can visualize it. I feel it. I am it. It's done. Knowing what you want. Huge. It's huge, because most people don't. They know what they don't want. In fact, I'm sure if we did a percentage, it would be 99.9% of people can tell you what they don't want. They talk about it all the time. They complain constantly. I don't like this. I don't like that. I wish this was different. I don't want this. Very rarely do you hear somebody say, this is what I want. I know what I want. I'm going after it. And I'm not going to shift or change. In fact, the majority of people in this world that are successful make decisions very quickly. And if ever they change that trajectory or change their mind, they do it very slowly. They make decisions very quickly. Well, how do they make decisions quickly? Like, it takes me forever to decide, like this, or what do I want? Because they know what they want. They've done the work. This is what I want. Period. Not what somebody else wants for me. Not what society thinks that I should have. What do I truly want deep inside of me that's in alignment with my higher self, my spirit? What is it that I want? More than anything, what lights me up? What is it that drives me? And if you don't know and you're like, well, it could be this, or it could be this, or I'm waiting for somebody to tell me what I'm meant to do. What do you want to do right here, right now? What is it that you truly want to do? It might shift at some point. In fact, it should. It should. We should never be content with where we're at or what we have, because then we stop living. Our whole purpose is to experience. And it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Because once we hit that destination, we inevitably want something else. Every time. Once we get what we want, or finally make it to what it is that we desire, after a very short time, it's like, oh, well, now I'm making $1 million a year. I might as well make 2. So there we are, off again. And then faith and belief, huge. You can't have counter beliefs. When you have faith and belief, it's unwavering. I have faith that what I desire is mine. I believe it to be true. It is mine. I've seen it, I felt it, I tasted it, I touched it. It's mine. I don't have to ask when it's going to be here. I don't have to stress that it's not here yet, because I am 100% embodied in it. It's already here. It's already mine. When you are like, why hasn't it shown up yet? Where's it at? Oh my gosh, how long is it going to take? You immediately are not having faith and you don't believe. In fact, that's fear and that's lack. You're also not wanting to have counter beliefs. And that's where the subconscious programming comes in. So beliefs are thoughts that you just keep thinking. Repetition is what more or less created your programming. It's subconscious programming because you're not consciously aware of it. And it's important to shift it in order to embody different paradigms. And frankly, if you're trying to create or manifest something that is created up here, you have to shift the paradigm, or inevitably you're going to come right back down. It's no different than their laws. They're universal laws. They're spiritual laws. As within, so without. So even if you fake it till you make it, which you can't really do with energy. Energy doesn't lie. But let's say you're able to trick yourself for some time to get what it is you desire. Inevitably, you're going to come back down. Because this is your dominant energy. This is your subconscious programming. And yes, you can do affirmations every single day. You can do X, Y, and Z all day, every day to reprogram yourself. But what I've learned is that those are sneaky little buggers. So to open up, to become aware, to do a major shift and change, to have a new perception in order to be able to view those things as they're coming up and hitting you, you'll see them. You'll become aware. You will no longer be in that energy of, I guess, unawareness, right? I will say that everybody's different. So whatever your subconscious programming isn't necessarily going to be as dense in areas as other people's. Some people don't have opposition to wealth, but they have an opposition to love. So you'll find wealthy people who have no love. Everybody's programming is different. Which is why it's very important not to concern yourself with somebody else's results. You're not in a competition. If anything, you should be in competition with yourself to be better than you were yesterday. And even then, don't knock yourself if you laugh at it. Like, oh, well, had a little fumble today. But I will tell you that your paradigm shifting creates lasting energy shifts as opposed to one-offs. So yes, you can do the instant gratification, but it's really going nowhere fast. And with a bonus question, I know it's necessarily not the funnest thing for somebody to hear, but we aren't here to... I feel like we've been indoctrinated with some things about what life is. We were meant to get married, have 2.5 kids, live in a house with a little white picket fence. That's not everybody's spiritual story. That's not what everybody was meant to do. And it's a society thing. So I heard separating the wheat from the chaff. Understanding that... And that can help you with what it is that you desire as well, what you truly burning desire. Ask yourself as things come up, is this cultural? Is this the truth? Because everything that we live in this 3D is not true. The only truth is from spirit, as within, inside. Everything else from thoughts and opinions and a belief, textbooks, they're all somebody else's belief. And there is such a thing as like community consciousness, right? Where that's how we create the world, where there's enough people who fear something and create it. There's enough people who love something and create it. It's a global... But we're all connected. So it makes complete sense that, yes, we can individually desire things for our own self. And yes, we can collectively create. And you can tell by the state of the world where people are leaning. But you also have to understand that we have a group of people who are controlling the entire world through everything. And they're the programmers. And that's unfortunate. It is. I mean, kind of stinks to know that somebody else has been controlling the world, and that's why it is what it is. Controlling people's beliefs. But it's a choice. You have a choice. So, I almost feel like I should have said that on the other part. Because my desire is to, I don't even want to say help, assist people in waking up to their true authentic self if they so desire. Because I know how to do it. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to end it here. Those are the top 5 reasons. Yeah, that's what I have for you. I'll see you on the next one.